Hello, Democrats. Wow, what an honor to be filling in for Alicia Enders, our state party chair. And she's off doing our business with the DNC. My name is Robbie White, and I'm chair of the Oklahoma County Democratic Party. And it is a snowy day in Oklahoma City. So I hope you're all warm and dry and finding safe paths to get where you're going. But I want to talk today about a few things. As Oklahoma County Chair, I'm a party builder. I've done many other things in my political life. I've worked on causes, campaigns, and been an activist in my own way. But right now, I'm a party builder, and that's what we are elected to do as leaders of the Democratic Party. And I want to talk about my why I'm doing this. For many years, I did all the things, and years ago I volunteered and I did things for campaigns and for causes, and I found myself looking to the Democratic Party and saying, hmm, could we be doing more for our candidates? And during that period of time, our influence statewide was waning. And so I decided over a long period of time that it was time to step into that arena. And along with many others, I did that. I joined the party as a precinct officer, and then eventually became ran and was elected as county party chair. And my focus has always been organizing neighborhoods. And I think that is what we're called to do as a party. So when a campaign comes to town, whether it is a local campaign for school board or the president of the United States, they only have a very short period of time. They're here and they have to raise their money and get their staff and put everything together. And then they have a primary election. And if they're lucky, they have a general election and then it's over. And then they're gone to the next thing. We're here for the decades. We're here for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years. And I'm so grateful for every Democrat who's been doing this work for decades. I know many of you have been out there, and too many of you to name, and I'll forget someone, but I guarantee you, you're in my mind right now, those of you who have built this party. So I wanted to, just like give a general shout out to those upon whose shoulders we stand. And to give an encouraging word to those of us who are newer to the process. We have a lot of jobs to do in the party, but there's no more important job than building relationships with the people around us, whether that's on your block or the next block, or the people where you go to church, the people you walk your dog with. Maybe you're a part of a club or an organization. And I want to encourage you, actually have a challenge for you to have a conversation this week, maybe more than one conversation, with someone you don't normally talk politics with. Maybe that's someone in your neighborhood or your workplace, although that's a whole nother can of worms. Maybe it's someone you know is a Democrat. They have a sticker on their car. They had a sign in their yard for Drew Edmondson or Kendra Horn or one of our presidential candidates from the primary. And you feel like it's a pretty sure bet. I want you to reach out to them and invite them for a cup of coffee or just have a phone conversation with them. Get out there and ask them, hey, how are you doing in politics? It's hard to be a Democrat in Oklahoma. I want you to know you're not alone because they're not alone. There are a whole lot of us in Oklahoma. Whether you live in Oklahoma City, where I do, where there's a Democrat on every corner, or if you live in a different part of the state where it's a different story. And ask them, what's your plan to vote on April 5th? So, maybe that's a good entry. Well, what's on the ballot? Well, it's school boards. Do we have a school board election? And this is a great time to bring a little Post-it note with you and have the web address of the OK Voter portal ready to roll. Oh, if you don't know what's in your ballot, you can go to the OK Voter portal and check it out. Check your ballot, request an absentee ballot, that sort of thing, to make sure that your friend has a plan to vote. And if they're super friendly in this conversation and they're still with you, they're still talking about politics and talking about voting, um, you might invite them to an event. If you live in Oklahoma County, there's a lot going on. On Tuesday night this week, on the 15th, we're having our monthly meeting. Now, I know monthly party meetings are not the most exciting thing, they're not the sexy part of politics. But this is how we gather and build relationships and train one another and do the work. So Tuesday night, our theme of our meeting will be party building, and we're going to hear from the organizer for the ODP and from some other people inside the county party who will be talking about how we build the party. So invite your friend to come with you. It's an in-person meeting that will also have Zoom capability. So maybe you want to get them that Zoom link or bring them with you to the Capitol Hill Library at 6:30 on Tuesday the 15th. Um, and maybe they'll join you. If they can't come on Tuesday, remind them that on Sunday evening, the good folks in CD4 have organized an amazing event. They have all three Democratic candidates for Senate in on a Zoom call, and that's at 6 o'clock on Sunday evening. And again, it's sponsored by the Congressional District 4 folks. They've done a great job getting this together. That those are two opportunities right there that you can reach out and invite a friend. It's super low key. They won't have to do anything, scary or dangerous, but they'll get to interact with other Democrats, even if they're on a Zoom call. They'll know that they're not the only Democrat in Oklahoma. And then you can remember this person and reach out to them next week or the week after and talk about the primaries on June 28th. So I could go on and on about all the things you can talk to this person about, but I want you to really try hard to reach out to somebody you don't normally talk politics with and try to build a connection. It'll be good for you, it'll be great for them. And that's how we build the party. And I also want to just really give a shout out to everybody in Oklahoma who's a Democratic precinct chair or some sort of precinct officer. And I'm not talking about the people who work the polls. Those people are their own kind of special, wonderful. But these are the people in the Democratic Party who are precinct leaders building up their organization. So if you know somebody like that and they're in your neighborhood and they reach out to you, volunteer to become a block captain. Ask how you can help. Get involved. I guarantee you, a dozen votes for precinct, it makes a big difference. And that happens by people reaching out one on one and asking their neighbors to vote for Democrats, because we know that Democrats deliver for people. It is obvious that the Republicans in Oklahoma have no desire or interest or ability to craft policy that's good for people. So let's make sure that we get that message out and just really continue working on building the party. And before I close it out for the weekend, I want to remind everybody that Oklahoma County has a new office. We have rented an office within the suite of the Oklahoma State Democratic Party. So we're super excited about that. It's over on Santa Fe, just north of 36th Street. And very, very soon, we're going to be having volunteer opportunities in there. Just a week from Tuesday, we're going to be helping with a statewide virtual phone bank to get out the vote for those April 5th school board elections. So I hope that you will look us up, come on in, say hello, because we're going to be causing a lot of ruckus in that building with the activities that we have planned. So thanks for letting me step in and be a fill-in for Alicia today, and safe travels to her and the rest of our DNC delegation. Again, be safe, Oklahoma Democrats, and reach out to a friend this week and invite them to do something Democratic with you. Get on Facebook. Let us know how it went.